right, let's talk about the new menu found at Rosie's Southern Kitchen. To join us right now, it's the guy who put the menu together. Who better to talk about it? Jesse Brett Bell is with us. Nice to have you here.
Good to be here,
Dylan.
Dylan.
It looked like you were going in for a handshake.
Oh, yeah.
There, I do the two-hander right there. Okay, so you have been on the show before, but you are here with a different organization. You've been a chef for quite some time, hitting up all kinds of amazing spots. Tell us a bit about your background.
Yeah, so I've been cooking in Ottawa for about 10 years now. Most recently, I was the executive chef at the Albion Rooms. And prior to that, I was executive sous chef at Dish Catering.
Wow.
Other than that, it goes back years. So.
Yeah, it's nice to have the word executive in front of your title sometimes, right?
Definitely.
Okay, so now are you one of the main chefs at Rosie's?
Yeah, I'm head chef.
Head chef, okay.
Yeah.
All right, now you got the new menu, which is very exciting. How long does it take for you to be hired and then all of a sudden put together a new menu? Is that a bit of a challenge?
It definitely is. It took me about a month to find my feet there, get used to the kitchen, get used to the new setup, and Southern cuisine was very new to me, which was exciting. I like to learn, and I like to learn lots of new things. So I really enjoyed discovering new dishes and creating and playing around with new plates. Some failed, some worked really well. So.
But you probably loved all of them, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so Rosie's has been around for about 5 years now, and it's on Bank Street.
Yep.
You just mentioned Southern cuisine. So what do they specialize in? Just Southern cuisine, or are there other? Do you dabble in other areas?
So we focus on Southern cuisine and our raw bar. The nice thing about Southern cuisine, though, is it suits Ottawa really well because it's a bit of a hodgepodge of a lot of different styles of food. And they do have a heavy focus on local produce, which Ottawa is amazing for our local farmers and suppliers. So.
Okay, so you definitely provide local and support local?
Everywhere I can, yeah.
Okay, very important to you. Okay, the new menu, how many new recipes would you have had to put together for this?
I've got about 15 on the go right now,
yeah.
But I've been sure to keep some of the Rosie's classics. You never want to alienate your returning guests.
I can imagine. But do you keep the classics as they were, or do you touch them at all?
A little touch-up, some replatings, a bit of different flavors, but for the most part, the components and the style of the dish stays the same.
Okay. What would you be putting together for us here today?
Today I'll be doing my new Shrimp Ceviche.
Okay. What's a ceviche, for those who don't know?
Ceviche is a raw fish that's been cured using acids. Traditionally, it's a Peruvian and Caribbean dish.
All right. Okay. It was more me that didn't know what that meant, by the way.
No worries.
Okay. So let's start putting it together. This is something that would be on the new menu?
It is, yeah. It actually gets released this week. So I've got some black tiger shrimp here. I reserved the tails. You'll see why a little bit later on.
Okay.
And then I've got my tiger's milk ceviche liquid.
Okay. Where would you get the shrimp from? Where would that be coming in from?
This shrimp is Patagonian.
Okay.
But in perfect conditions, you get some from the East Coast.
All right.
So I'm just going to slice it a couple of times.
Okay.
Each piece gets about 3 slices, so there's still a lot of body to it.
What would you call that, filleting?
Close enough.
Yeah. You're just humoring me now, aren't you? Understandable. I'm not much of a cook myself, so it's always good to have amazing chefs on the show.
I've loved cooking my whole life.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been doing it since I was about 15. So
yeah.
This is the Ceviche Liquid. It's a little bit of lime juice, cilantro, ginger, and a bit of saffron.
Okay.
So what happens is the acid just cooks the shrimp quickly. And while that's going, we'll get the rest of the stuff prepared.
Okay.
So a little English cucumber adds a nice light flavor. Doesn't take away from the shrimp at all. Oh, runaway pieces.
How many times have you cut your hand?
Recently, not that many. When I first started out my career, though, I've lost tips of my fingers.
Takes a while to get used to, with the big
definitely
knives
does.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't even my biggest. So now we just layer it around in the dish.
Okay. I know you're taking your time here just for television purposes, or the opposite, but I mean, you take a lot of, you take your time and be patient when you're plating a plate.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
How long would it take to put this together when you're in the restaurant?
About 2 to 3 minutes tops.
Really?
But that would be while I was doing other things as well.
Multitasker.
Have to be.
I guess you'd have to be.
It's a small team right now. It's just me and my sous chef, so.
Yeah. And how long does it take for them to get used to the new menu?
Not that long. I believe in working together closely with my chefs, so we develop and work on dishes together.
Okay.
That way we both have an input, and we can both feel like we have an impact on what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
I find it really helps build ownership. So right now what I have is a little bit of pickled red onion and some sweet pickled fennel. This is going to make up the base. The anise and the acidity and the sweetness really complements the cucumber very well.
Okay. Looks very good.
And then I've got some charred avocado. So this is a trick I actually picked up in Amsterdam from another chef. I'd never had avocado this way before, but it gives it a really great flavor, bit of umami to it.
What do you mean, like a charred, cooked, like that?
Yeah, so I take a blowtorch and...
You take a blowtorch to it?
Yep.
Wow.
And char the outside. And then those shrimp tails that I reserve, in Japan, these are actually a bit of a snack. So what they'll do is they'll deep fry them, season them, and it's perfectly edible. It's like a chip.
Oh, wow. All right, so that's unique to me because I didn't think that people ate shrimp tails.
Yep.
At all. And there it is.
There it is.
Is that the final product?
Very close.
Tell us about the ambiance as well at Rosie's. I've been there a couple of times. There's always live music going on. It has the southern feel. What kind of music would you expect to hear?
So it's bluegrass, jazz, folk, and a little bit of country, kind of to reflect the southern United States pretty well. And inside it's gorgeous. A lot of low-hanging lights. We have a great patio, which is going to be opening up shortly. And I will be putting a rooftop garden up this year as well. I've already started planting my saplings.
So that's what they have the head chef do?
It's what I like
You're
to
a gardener as well?
Definitely.
Man of many
Urban
skills.
agriculture.
Well, the exact location, 895 Bank Street?
895 Bank Street.
All right, so the new
And that's
menu.
our completed shrimp ceviche.
That's wonderful. So you just walk in there and you'd ask for the shrimp ceviche.
Yep.
Yeah, you like it. Do you have to say it quite like that though? Like just like you rolls off the tongue. I want the shrimp ceviche. Thank you very much, Jesse Brett Bell, for being here, head chef at Rosies Southern Kitchen. We look forward to dropping by over the course of the next months to come.
Be happy to have you.
Thank you for putting together an amazing menu and, of course, this amazing shrimp plate as well.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All right, we've got more daytime coming up in moments right here on Rogers TV. Always something to look forward to. Please don't go anywhere.